Okay, let's start with a question no one expects to ask. Are your neighbours spying on you? Well, Ring's new facial recognition feature, your face could actually be scanned, analysed and stored, not by you, but by Amazon and the person living 2 doors down from you. And you may well have no idea what's happening. Let's hear more about this story. So, is Amazon bringing surveillance to the doorstep? Well, yes. I mean, technically, your face could already be stored in someone's doorbell. Ring's new feature changes everything. So, what is Ring releasing? Now, we've all seen Ring, the Amazon Ring. It's very popular. You walk down a street, you'll see dozens of them properly. And they're bringing out a new feature that lets you tag people in the app you use to control it, and then use face recognition to identify them in real time and send personalized alerts. But to do that, you must scan everyone, not just the people you tag. So just to summarize, the Familiar Faces app basically tags and recognizes people you know. So you set it to recognize Uncle Bill or Auntie Emma. And then it scans every single visitor automatically as they come to your door, and then it does a check, and it looks at the biometric match for those people. And then if it finds Auntie Emma, it'll send you a little alert. So you know Auntie Emma is at the door, and it's not the postman or the milkman or something like that. It's kind of a small benefit, I think, but the implications are massive. So Ring's new facial recognition has a lot of issues, really. And we're going to have a look at some of the legal and privacy concerns and why privacy experts say it could be just downright illegal. It's certainly dangerous. This isn't just another smart home update. This is a mass biometric scanning built into a doorbell. Ring's, I'm going to say this a few times, Ring's Familiar Faces will scan everybody. These devices have a sort of 30-foot range, something like that. So potentially you could just walk past. You don't even need to go up and ring the doorbell. Your face could be scanned. I don't know where they stop. They say they're only scanning people right on the doorstep, but who knows if that's true. It's a huge privacy risk for neighbours, even bystanders, really. And I think there's the potential for lots of serious legal issues here. And I don't know whether it's the actual device owner or Amazon, who create the device, who would be on the hook for this. Okay, so how it works. It's very simple, really. Ring's new feature lets you tag people in the app. Then it uses face recognition to identify them in real time and then send these alerts. So the camera captures every face that it spots. It creates a face print of everybody, so like a biometric face, like a fingerprint set, really. Then it compares these to tagged profiles and then stores untagged face prints. So it'll have a database of everybody's face who comes into contact with this video. Now, it reminds me very much of this program. Do you remember this? If anybody's watched it, it really screams whether the master computer was looking and scanning everybody through CCTV and cameras everywhere. It would be all over the Ring doorbell network because the surveillance network would be huge. And also, we should consider there are lots of problems from this, but the main one are consent problems. This is the core problem, in my opinion. Now, Ring cannot legally or ethically get consent from every person who appears in the camera's view. It's just impossible. And the biometric laws usually require consent from the individual, not the device owner. I mean, visitors will probably never agree to be scanned, most of them. Perhaps your friends will. Homeowners certainly can't consent for others, and these things will scan neighbours, delivery drivers, kids walking past, coming to see their friends. It's impossible to get universal opt-in here. There are lots of legal issues too. There's some states that require explicit opt-in. Biometric privacy laws companies cannot collect or store face prints, usually without clear permission. And Ring's feature violates that straight out of the box by default. It could expose somebody to class actions and regulatory challenges, certainly. There are quite strong biometric laws in Illinois and Texas, And of course, suing is a possibility. I mean, the past cases have happened, I think, primarily in the US, and they've cost companies tens of millions. Now, are you that company? You're the one doing the scanning through your device, even though the biometric data is uploaded to an Amazon cloud somewhere. I think it's the EFF asked Amazon some of these questions about the Ring and familiar faces in particular, and I'll put a link to the PDF down below because it's really quite interesting. The thing that stuck out to me really was they asked them, where does the biometric processing for familiar faces happen? Does it happen on the device, on the Ring device, or does it happen on Amazon servers? Well, get this, what it does, it happens in the cloud. So every biometric picture of your visitors gets uploaded to the cloud, where it does this little check to see if their profiles match with one of your profiles you've created. Now, they'd say, oh, encryption for data, blah-de-blah-de-blah, transit access controls, but people always say that. But what they're basically creating is a database of biometric pictures of every one of your visitors. So the biometric data is stored on Amazon cloud servers. Who knows who will end up with access to those? Now, let's remember this. Oops, sorry. Remember these surveillance concerns. The problem with this isn't just the technology, it's where it's heading. Ring already interfaces with law enforcement, and adding biometric scanning could create a massively private-owned surveillance network across thousands of neighbourhoods. Now, it's important to think about this. This is your biometric picture of your face. You can't change this face. Your face is used now increasingly. I mean, my wife's face unlocks her iPhone. You can unlock apps and banking websites, anything like that. Biometrics is being used for age verification here in the UK. And all these pictures are being uploaded to a cloud because you happen to go past a bloody doorbell. It's incredible. There's also issues of accuracy and bias here. Face recognition struggles with accuracy across all sorts of demographics, especially women or younger people. It has problems. There are misidentifications. These can have real-world consequences. And now this is happening on consumer devices. Remember, although it's just a doorbell and all they're looking to see if you're a match for Auntie Emma or Uncle Bill, your data is stored and uploaded onto Amazon's cloud. It sounds awful when I say that. There's huge potential for harmful outcomes here, and who knows what that data will be used. So Ring's position, as I say, there's that PDF. I'll have a look at it because that's quite interesting. But the basic position is the feature is optional and it's turned off initially, so you have to go in and turn it on. Now that rings alarm bells to me as well, because you're the one who's turning on the surveillance. Once enabled, it will scan everyone it can see, basically. So even if Ring avoids some states now, these core legal issues are there. And who knows what trouble you could get into in the future. So what users should do, I think it's very simple. If you own a Ring device, and especially a modern one where this is going to be, I think, rolled out, as far as I know, in December. My advice is make sure familiar faces stays off and don't turn it on. It is a godsend that at least it won't be enabled by default, but the facility is being enabled on your device. You just don't have to turn it on. If you do, look carefully at the data settings and be transparent with your visitors. I'd certainly put a sign saying your face is being scanned. That'd be quite creepy, but it's probably the right thing to do. If your neighbours have Ring cameras, your face might already be on there. Well, no, not, but it might be by Christmas anyway, because that's when it's rolling out. If you see them, talk to neighbours about boundaries. It's scary stuff, this, really. So, final thoughts. This feature represents a major shift in how consumer cameras treat biometric data. You can change a password, remember. You can't change your face. Your biometric data is permanent, and it's being uploaded via a video camera on a doorbell to Amazon. There's a privacy, massive privacy line we're just storming over here. And most people probably won't even realise it when they enable this slightly handy feature. It's got big implications for the privacy. Consent is the key issue. Anyway, thanks for watching my slightly hysterical video, and if you've enjoyed this, please subscribe or come back and visit the channel and see other updates. I'm going to try and keep up to date on this. I'm hoping something will change with it, but it's due to roll out in December. So thanks for watching and have a great day, everybody. Bye for now.